Hi, I know everyone loves a super detailed show with insane writing and amazing plot twists, but you know, sometimes I just want to sit down, turn my brain off, and watch 12 episodes of unfiltered straight hands.
I only care about the strong. I've got zero interest in the weak.
Did you hear another fight?
You're kidding. Like, what even is his deal?
Again? Seriously, he's the worst. Don't get me started about his ear.
His eyes are even worse. He's a walking blade.
Disgusting.
You know, Windbreaker kinda reminds me of Tokyo Revengers minus all the time travel nonsense, and unlike Takemichi, our main character Sakura is actually tough. He's all about that action like Aaron the Plumber, boxing for the love of the game. The only thing is that he is an absolute tsundere, right up there with Tiger from Toradora and Rin from Fate.
I only took him out because I couldn't stand him, not because I was trying to save you, so don't go getting the wrong idea, okay? I'm not! Take that back!
It looks like a marble.
Well, you wanna go?
With season 2 just around the corner, what better time than to cover Windbreaker right now? So let's cut the yapping and get straight into the meat and potatoes. The episode starts off with a flashback of our main character getting bullied for looking like Heisei from Tokyo Ghoul Re before going into an inner monologue where he says that he only cares about strength. We cut over to Shoko, who's getting pressed by some hooligans when Sakura walks over, puts his hand on his shoulder like Uncle Aaron before weaving the left hook and following up with a mean overhand right, just for the next scene to cut over to all of them laid out on the floor. I'm pretty sure Buddy over here got violated. People will get folded like this in Marvel Rivals and then have the audacity to put no heels in the team chat. Shoko tries to thank him, and that's why we see our little tsundere Sakura can't take a compliment. The girl's name is Kotoha Tachibana, and I'm getting a slight bit of deja vu. Sakura is confused as to why she's being so nice to him, and that's also where he explains that he moved to this town so that he could join a school called Furin, which is known to have the strongest fighters. So Sakura wants to take the top spot. He basically wants to become the pirate king of that high school. Turns out this town used to be overrun by YNs before Furin came and made it their goal to protect it. That's why everyone in the town is so nice to the people that go to Furin, which Sakura isn't used to. Sakura leaves the store and turns out the guy he bodied earlier comes to spin back with like 30 mans deep, but Sakura stands there, unfazed, before feeding this guy a knuckle sandwich and jumping in like Prime Murder in 2012. Gives Buddy over here CTE, lands a blow on this guy and starts combo extending as if he's playing Brawlhalla. Who's bro feeding like Iron Fist? Cheaper Town Hall! He proceeds to put this guy in a blender, and I know he is absolutely bewildered. I am out here hitting moves like he's a cheerleader. Give me a C! Jack from Kicking It thinks he can match Sakura's kicks just to get hit with the Orewada Strikada and get sent flying like 20 yards. These guys just watch their homies get mixed up by Teen Titans Robin and still think they stand a chance. Uppercut, easy picking, spinning back fist, double whammy, liver shot. Hold up. Let me go first person real quick. Mink. Astaghfirullah. We are 10 minutes into the first episode and I'm seeing moves Goku was pulling off in a World Martial Arts tournament. There is no way this man is a regular human. Kotoha ends up getting taken hostage again. Sakura tries to protect Kotoha, but this sequence of flurries reminds me of like a God of War quick time event. One of the goons picks up a knife and cuts Sakura in the leg, and just as it seems like Sakura is cooked, Kisame's half-human cousin steps in to save the day. He knocks out one of the goons before 3 other members from Bofurin walk in like they are Luffy, Zoro, Sanji and Usopp in Arlong Park. They get to squabbling and begin no-diffing the remaining bums, and just by the way this man's back discombobulated into the wall, I can tell he's going to suffer severe long-term effects from this encounter. The fight ends and my Pirate King comparison from earlier isn't even starting to sound crazy. These guys are getting embraced just like the Straw Hat Pirates after freeing a whole country from 10 decades of oppression on a random Tuesday. Sakura seems to struggle with the thought of people actually caring and being grateful to him due to some kind of past trauma, and honestly, I understand what he means. He screams out saying he feels like he can find a place where he's accepted before doing a new Super Mario Bros. Long jump 40 feet into the air. This man has a higher vertical than LeBron James, but has chosen to dedicate his life to boxing bums on the street. Go join the Dallas Mavericks or something, I heard they're understaffed. Fast forward and Sakura is chilling with Kotoha when Hide shows up. Turns out they are in the same grade, and I thought this man was gonna be a Rock Lee type threat. The goofy type character that can still throw down, you know? Yeah, I could not have been more wrong. But hey, at least he's a righteous guy that will stand up for others. He's more like a Takemichi if anything. Sakura ends up soloing them all before doing a little bit of aura farming. Got him standing there like UI Goku. Nira and Sakura go to school together, and this looks like a whole abandoned building. They enter the classroom and this is looking like the same class Nagisa from Assassination Classroom went to become a teacher. We got some interesting characters. We got Master Jinshi and is that a Tencent from Hell's Paradise? Even though they all look really intimidating, it seems like they are all super friendly and all instantly accepted him. Well, almost everyone. Because tell me why, we literally got Baji from Tokyo Revengers hurling furniture around. Bro must have got isekai'd. This guy's called Sugesta, and he isn't happy with Sakura trying to take the top spot because it's taken by someone he looks up to. They waste no time and get to scrapping. Tsukasa Flash steps in with the overhand right, Sakura dodges and weaves all his hits. Sugesta tries to speed blitz Sakura, but he pulls out a yoga pose and lands a mean counter, got his fingers curling and everything. They go in for the second round, and that's when the megaphone goes off and everyone locks in to listen to the #1 guy out Furin, Hajime Umemiya. I thought he was going to be a Songjin Woo level aura farmer, but turns out he's also a goofy. We are really surrounded by a bunch of shonen protagonists. I don't know how to explain it. Even though it's considered a new gen, this anime already feels like a comfort show. The genuine interactions just make me feel like I'm back in high school, hanging around with the homies, indulging in nonsense and ignorance. They have their first class, if you want to call it that, where they patrol the town and do a bunch of D-rank missions for the people of the city. You know, I'm actually slowly starting to think that this isn't even a real school. I have not seen a single teacher. Matter of fact, I have not seen a single adult that would be considered in charge. I swear these guys are just a bunch of high school dropouts who turned this abandoned school into like their hideout or something. Can someone explain this to me in the comments? I must be missing something. Fast forward, and whilst they're on patrol, they see one of their youngins in the Ops territory getting chased down by their rivals, Shishitoren. They have a rule that either side is not allowed to cross into the other side to prevent any wars from happening. This is some East Coast versus West Coast type nonsense. But you already know Sakura don't care about all that, because him and Sugesta just jump in and dropkick this guy. That's when the real demon arrives, and I'll have it be known right now, whenever someone is wearing the Samurai 7s, the Odin 11s, the Jiraiya 4s, there is a 97% chance they are going to be tough. He comes through and basically says that Furin stepped into their turf before smoking one of his own men because he lost the fight. This is that Cobra Kai John Kreese mentality, no mercy. He even ripped off his jacket like when Naruto took Boruto's headband. This gang stuff runs deep. Furin returns to home base to report back to the boss, and Umemiya is low-key pretty chill about it. Out here laughing and giggling. This guy reminds me of like a chill, reliable big brother. We end up cutting to the next scene, and it's this short-haired kid dragging a whole human by his hair whilst leaving a trail of unconscious bodies behind him. Turns out this is the leader of Shishitoren, and he's here to run it back for his homie. Or so I thought, because this man Choji is on that Kid Buu Battle Beast Aaron the Plumber timing. Look at his eyes, there is not a single thought going through his brain. This guy for sure has autism.
Niggas think I'm fighting to save the day, but really, nigga, I just like to fight!
Turns out he really wants to fight Umemiya because he's bored of constantly being the strongest. He throws a Sanji level kick at Umemiya, but bro just absorbs it. The other guys from Shishitoren pull up to back the beef, but they didn't realize all of Furin is ready to squabble. And again, where are the teachers? Shouldn't we suggest that we basically have a fair 1v1 set of fights where each fighter involved gets to run the fair ones? We're only a few episodes deep and they're already blessing us with a tournament arc. Spectacular, give me 14 of them right now. We got Shoji versus Umemiya, Sakura versus Oliver Aiku, this Guna versus Sugesta, Guna number 2 versus Suo, and finally, you got Kenma from Haikyuu versus one of Furin's big four. The lineup is absolutely stacked, looking like Avengers Civil War. Anyways, they start walking through Shishitoren's side of the town, and it's looking like top side and bottom side in Arcane. Night and day difference. We make it to Shishitoren's hideout, and this is the perfect place to have a bout. Stage looking like something straight out of Street Fighter. The first two contestants take the podium, and it's Sugesta versus this guy. I'm not even sure what his name is. All I know that someone who's rocking the Gwen Spider-Verse haircut by choice cannot be tough. I guess he should at least be able to put up a decent fight though.
Better scramble like an egg before you get folded like an omelet, nigga.
Nah, this is crazy. Palm struck this man so hard he went into missionary, and then he just stands there like Satoru Gojo. All that talking for what? The next fight is Sakura versus Suo, and you can tell our homie over here is nervous, biting his nails like a high school girl. Where was all this energy from before? He goes in for the hit and gets redirected. Damn! My Aura Scouter is off the charts and oh nah, is that the Rock Lee pose? Go ahead and wrap it up. After the first encounter, I would have told Choji that I had diarrhea or something. I am not fighting this demon. He goes in and again, gets flipped like a Beyblade, goes in again, gets tossed to the floor like a sack of basmati rice, goes in again, and gets full countered like Meliodas. Golly! I know this is gonna be the most frustrating feeling in the whole world. Suo hasn't even thrown a single punch. He's moving like an actual airbender. Got Broski stumbling, damn near throwing it back like Ice Spice. Hey yo, hands on the knees is a bit bonkers. Suo hits the golden freezer pose before charging up a serious punch, but luckily for him, Togame calls it there. Man, that fight was amazing. I didn't expect Suo to be that strong. This was like watching Gojo versus One Finger Sukuna. Next up, we got Furin's 4 Kings versus Nekomaseta, who's apparently one of the top 5 in Shishitoren. These two used to be friends in middle school because Hiragi saved him from some bullies and taught him how to fight, which made Kenma pledge his life to him by promising Hiragi that he would help him reach the top of Furin. But when he went to Furin and met with Umemiya, he realized he wasn't built for all that and wanted to help Umemiya become number 1 instead, which hurt Kenma's feelings. So instead of talking it out, he went and joined a rival gang so that he could one day get his get back. I guess. Anyways, let the squabble commence. They get in and start exchanging, going blow for blow. This is the definition of a high def matchup. Kenma goes for the kick, pauses mid-air and lets it go like a slingshot. Man's out here using freeze frame glitches IRL. Hiragi is low-key getting pressed right now, getting sent flying with a fire tornado just to get up smiling like nothing happened. This gotta be one of my favorite anime tropes of all time. People in anime will get hit with a planet busting level attack and just get up in the next scene talking about some this is getting pretty interesting, man. Hiragi goes for the down heavy, shaking the whole floor, and they get back to boxing. Hit for hit, blow for blow, ban for ban. This is beautiful. Hiragi lands a reverse axe kick before catching bro's fist and landing the nastiest gut check I have ever seen, ending the entire match. Damn. Hey, it's a win-win. Furin takes home the W and 2 old homies make up, and all is well. It's time to get into the real meat and potatoes though. Sakura versus the number 2 guy of Shishitoren. They tee up and let the squabble commence. Sakura goes for the overhand right and gets grappled to the floor. It seems like Togame is using that traditional sumo wrestling fighting technique. He tries to go for the finishing blow, but Sakura blocks the kick and repositions. This is like when you're trying to fight a bigger person and they just keep trying to slam you instead of throwing hands. Sakura continues to try and evade all his takedown attempts, and with these continuous shoot attempts, you'd think Togame was from Dagestan.
If you want your son high level wrestling, send him 2-3 years Dagestan and forget.
3 years?
Yes.
Yeah, you're out of your fucking mind. 2 weeks.
6 months,
2 weeks,
one
he
time
goes-
you can call him.
2 weeks.
Togame grabs his leg and throws Sakura down before going in with the stomp out of doom. If that connected, it's wraps. Them Jiraiya 4s are basically the Black Air Forces of Japan. Sakura tries going for the takedown himself, but eats a knee to the face and gets down slammed into the floor. Togame is holding Sakura by the collar and begins talking straight disrespect.
Your life is as valuable as a summer ant.
Sakura breaks free and goes for a 4-piece combo, landing the jury double head kick to the jugular. They start playing this majestic tune in the background, making me think the match is about to end. Sakura goes in for the head kick, followed by a side heavy to the liver. Sakura continues to apply full court pressure, landing the Shido bicycle kick on Togame, just for bro to clap back instantly. I know Sakura is winning to the max, gasping for air. And you know Togame is a mentally unstable person, cause why did he damn near curb stomp Sakura? This could have for real killed him. And knowing what he's like, he for sure posted this one on the gram talking about some yakisoba and takoyaki. This was free eats. Sakura gets up acting like Asta and tells Togame that Shishitoren are just a bunch of bullies who pick on middle school kids. And bro was perplexed hearing that. Now I'm absolutely convinced that this show is the epitome of ignorance. You mean to tell me that he didn't even know why they were squabbling in the first place? He just turned up, baked like Flight Reacts, and and accepted the terms and conditions to this barbaric medieval death battle? He goes to the 2 bums that were bullying the middle schoolers and starts beating them up before taking their drip. That's tough. These guys been taking nothing but L's. I might add them to the hall of bums right up there with Korra, the worst avatar. We end up getting some background lore on Togame and Shoji, and look at this little cutie patootie, bro. This must have been when he still had the light in his eyes. To keep a long story short, long ago, there was this man by the name of King Von who died, and when he died, all his dreads scattered across the world, getting absorbed by all sorts of people like Yujiro Hanma and P. Diddy and many others. Sadly, Shoji came across one of Von's dreads, and that's how he became the crash out that he is today. I'm sorry, brother. I'm so stupid. What actually happened is that Shishitoren used to be super chill and similar to Furin, but Shoji was always obsessed with becoming strong and reaching the top, and when he finally achieved his dream, that's when he suffered from something I like to call One Punch Man syndrome, where he became so strong, everything else in life became boring. It's in the human nature to seek challenge and thrill. That's why people fall in love with sports and even video games. So when he ended up getting too strong, he started casting out those he deemed weak, and all the good vibes left Shishitoren, as Togame chose to follow Choji instead of actually calling him out for being in the wrong. Like, come on, bruh. You did not have to speed blitz little bro over here. Togame and Shoji are both low-key good people that got lost in the sauce a little bit. That's why it's important to keep relationships with your parents, you know. Speaking of which, where are the adults in this show? No way I'm letting my kid fight these Viltrumites and Super Saiyans unsupervised. They all gotta be orphans or something, cause ain't no way. We spin back to Squabble, and after seeing the backstory, Togame is starting to look like Yusuke talking about some. It just hit me. I don't know what I'm fighting for anymore. After Sakura's actions got to him, he basically came to the realization that him and Choji went down the wrong path. Sakura low-key took no jutsu this man into realizing he's a bum, got him out of feeling like Zabuza. He takes off the Odin 11s, and the real match is finally about to begin. They are going toe to toe, an immaculate display of taijutsu, and they are even smiling. CTE gotta be through the roof. It feels like I'm watching Luffy vs Katakuri. They run for another clash, recreating the iconic Dragon Ball scene with their feet. They are both down and start readying up for the final clash. And as it seems Sakura was about to lose, the scene goes into slow motion and Sakura's eyes go fully wide as he knocks down the number 2 guy of shishitoren. Absolute cinema. I don't know what it is with new gen anime being able to just draw so much emotion out of their shows in such a short period of time. Like, look at Solo Leveling. Back in my day, this would have been dragged out into a 30 episode arc with a training arc, 3 power-ups and 7 filler episodes. Choji steps on the scene seemingly not even caring his day one homie just got slimed out, and when Togame tries to stop him, he gets hit with a Diable Jambe. Had my boy Sakura perplexed.
Is this nigga serious?
Umemiya stops Sakura from throwing a punch at Choji, and it's about time we let the real final battle commence. Umemiya gives me serious Whitebeard vibes, because even after all the crash out tendencies this man Choji is showing, he is still trying to lecture, bro. Hey, low-key, you should subscribe, you know, like you're clearly enjoying the vid, so why not go down there and hit the sub button? I'd really appreciate it. Shoji Naruto runs into range, weaves the punches and hands Umeme a 4-piece combo to the skull. He sends him back before blocking the kick and weaving the roundhouse. Umemiya continues to block and weave, and low-key, I don't really think he's even trying. Shoji goes in for an attack, but the animation turns into manga and this man loads up a Detroit smash, barely missing him, or so I thought, because Shoji straight up starts bleeding without even getting hit. This fight is basically like Genos vs Saitama. I'm putting all my eggs in one basket. Whole parlay riding on Umemiya. Shoji tries to land some more hits, but this guy is just eating all of them, hitting 8 damage pump shots. Now that I think about it, Umemiya is really repping the Joker trenchcoat from Persona. I know he flicked this one up on the gram talking about some teaching little bro a lesson today, just another Tuesday. Shoji can't do anything against Umeme right now, and like a baby who isn't getting what he wants, he starts screaming before looking at the camera like Isagi after the slightest inconvenience. Like, bruh, there is not a single football in sight. Why are you wondering the abyss? Shoji goes berserker mode and starts beating on Umemiya before biting him and mounting him, and Umemiya is comforting him? What is happening, bro? Is this still the same show? What is up with all these fruity scenes? Umemiya keeps on lecturing, bro, until he slowly returns back to his past self. Yo, I'm sorry for laughing, but this gotta be an Attack on Titan reference. They got Eren as Choji, and they got the founding Titan Ymir as Togame. Anyways, to cut a long story short, Choji returns back to his past self, and you know, that just goes to show the importance of living in the moment instead of constantly chasing the destination. The joy of living lies in the journey of life. If you're so hyper-fixated on reaching a hypothetical goal or achievement, and truly believe that there's no happiness in life unless you reach said goal, then you will be miserable for the rest of your life, always chasing a new high. The beauty lies in making small progress and enjoying the company of those around you. Hey bro, as long as you guys enjoy my hope core, I'ma keep them coming. But on the real, I really thought this show was going to be mindless violence, but it does really seem like they are trying to like pedal home a message of the importance of human relationships. Humans are social creatures. We are completed when we are surrounded by people who we feel comfortable being ourselves around. And that's why Umemiya is by far my favorite character. Shoji admits defeat and hands shishitoren to Umeme, but bro isn't really trying to run all that, so he just proposes that their two teams officially have an alliance. They have their big end of arc banquet and return to usual life. This really brings me back to that early battle shonen feel. The cooldown period where we get character interactions and people going on a bunch of random C-rank missions are equally as important as the big moments in any show. We return to school and we meet this guy with an orange afro who kinda reminds me of the people from the Body Improvement Club. He drags Suro, Sakura and Nire to go for a meal when a pink haired guy comes through with his shorty. Turns out he actually saved the girl from some gooners who were harassing her. So when that guy tries to spin back and they naturally get into another outnumbered brawl, I'm just trying to see the two new guys squabble to see if they really like that. Turns out he has some sort of self-imposed heavily restriction where he lets his opponents hit him first before fighting back. This is that Vegeta mentality. So bro picks him up and hits him with a WWE suplex. I know for a fact Buddy over here is not walking again. We spin over to the pink femboy, and this guy gotta be an airbender because he's just palm striking grown men 60 feet into the sunset. Bro over here got hit with a Rasengan. They ended up off-screening the other guys, and it seems like these guys plus Shigesta are considered the top 5 in the class. And not gonna lie, this screenshot is the type of picture that you'd find in your dad's garage, and then when you ask him about it, he's gonna let out like one laugh before never bringing it up again. Fast forward and it's time to pick grade captains on some Classroom of the Elite timing, so naturally they pick our main character Sakura to be the grade captain against his will, so Nire and Suo will be his advisors. We also meet the second year's grade captains Inumaki, whose advisors are Knuckles and the Henzo protagonist. And lastly, we meet the 4 kings of Bofurin. Up until now, I thought this school was like an all-boys school, but it seems like they do maybe have like a female section segregated from the male section or something, because it seems like they got Maki and Biscuit as the 2 kings of Bofurin. We cut back to them walking home and they come across one of their classmates out cold, slumped in an alleyway. He tried pretending like nothing happened, thinking he's Zoro, but turns out one of his old childhood friends joined this other gang, so when he tried to pursue him, he ended up getting jumped by a rival gang named Keel. And I'm not gonna lie, their fits are extremely tough, out here repping the North Face raincoats, looking like they're ready to explore Mount Everest. This guy however insists that his childhood friend Nagato isn't like that, so he has reason to believe that he's being held there against his will. And that's when Sakura and all of Bofurin's first years decide they are going to help their homie, Immaculate. This is what real brotherhood is all about, one for all and all for one. I can't wait for season 2. I think it's safe to say that Windbreaker is officially better than Tokyo Revengers, and it clearly isn't just mindless violence, but actually has a deeper message attached to it. But hey, if you made it this far, make sure to subscribe and follow me on Twitch. Me, Zephyr, I'm Kevin, Maiden Korea, Nowhere, and a bunch of other creators just did a massive Marvel Rivals tournament on stream, and I think it was genuinely hilarious. Like, check out this clip. I'm right here, Gengi. I'm right here, Gengi. ISO. Back off. 3, 2, 1. Me and Izzy 1v1. Izzy your bum. So if you want to tap in and watch me and my homies play games or talk about random nonsense, then definitely give me a follow over there. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate the love you guys have been showing me lately. It truly makes my day anytime I open YouTube Studio. But yeah, YouTube thinks you'll like this video on screen next, so check it out. That's it from me. Peace. Oh, and follow the IG.